From the streets of Gondomar in northern Portugal to the bright lights of Anfield, Diogo José Teixeira da Silva, better known to the football world as Diogo Jota, lived a life that inspired millions. His story was one of determination, talent, love, and ultimately, heartbreak. What started as a childhood dream on dusty pitches would rise into a glittering football career, before ending in a way no one could ever have imagined. Growing up, Jota was just a boy with a ball at his feet, a dream in his heart, and an unwavering desire to succeed. His talent shone through early, taking him to Paços de Ferreira and then to FC Porto. He was noticed for his sharpness, his hunger, his instinct in front of goal. Atletico Madrid signed him, but it was in England, at Wolves, where his name really began to echo. His goals, his runs, his unrelenting work rate, he became the heartbeat of that side. Wolves fans adored him, not just because he delivered on the pitch, but because he embodied their fight. And then came the move of his life, Liverpool. For £41 million, Jota joined the Reds in 2020, stepping into one of the most iconic clubs in world football. Many questioned whether he could handle the pressure, whether he could break into a front line dominated by Salah, Mane, and Firmino. But Jota never doubted himself. Match after match, he delivered goals, assists, decisive moments. He wasn't just a backup option, he was a star in his own right. In just 5 years, he played over 180 games for Liverpool and scored more than 60 goals, lifting the Premier League, the FA Cup, the League Cup, and countless hearts along the way. For Portugal, he donned the national jersey with pride, winning 2 Nations League titles and giving his all every single time. But Jota's story wasn't only about football. Off the pitch, he was deeply in love with Rute, the girl who had been by his side since their teenage years. Their bond was unshakable, built long before the fame and the trophies. On June 22, 2025, just days after winning the Nations League with Portugal, Diogo and Rute finally tied the knot. The photos spread joy across social media, smiles, laughter, a young couple beginning a new chapter together. Family was everything to Jota. He and Rute already had 3 beautiful children, and for him, those moments at home were just as precious as the ones on the pitch. But life can be cruel. On July 3, 2025, only a week after celebrating his wedding, Diogo Jota and his brother André set off on a journey that would tragically become their last. Because of recent surgery, Jota was advised not to fly. Instead, he and André drove through Spain, heading to catch a ferry in Santander that would take them back to England. It was just past midnight, on a stretch of the A52 motorway near Cernadia, Zamora. Jota was behind the wheel of a rented Lamborghini Huracan. Reports say he was overtaking when a tire burst. The car spun out of control, veered off the road, and exploded in flames. By the time emergency services arrived, both brothers were gone. In the blink of an eye, the world lost not just a footballer, but a husband, a father, a brother, a son. He was only 28. The shockwaves were immediate. In Portugal, flags were lowered, and in Gondomar, his hometown, streets filled with grieving fans. The next day, hundreds gathered at the church for his wake, with family, friends, teammates, and officials in attendance. Bishop Manuel Linda led the funeral mass. His Portugal teammate Ruben Neves was among the pallbearers. Side by side, Diogo and André were laid to rest, their coffins draped with love and sorrow. The football world united in grief. Cristiano Ronaldo, the face of Portuguese football, wrote, "It doesn't make any sense. To your family, I send all the strength in the world. Rest in peace Diogo and André." Liverpool were devastated. Manager Jürgen Klopp confessed, "I am heartbroken. This is a moment where I struggle to find words." New boss Arne Slot echoed the pain. "He was loved by all of us. Diogo will never walk alone." FIFA president Gianni Infantino called it a tragedy beyond words. The Premier League, UEFA, and clubs around the world held moments of silence before matches. At FIFA headquarters in Zurich, flags flew at half-mast. Liverpool went further than words. They retired his number 20 shirt forever, ensuring no player at any level would wear it again. At the opening match of the new Premier League season against Bournemouth on August 15, Anfield was transformed into a sea of red, green, and gold, Portugal's colors. At exactly the 20th minute and 20 seconds, fans rose, holding up Diogo Jota 20 inches placards and chanting his name. The entire stadium sang, "You'll never walk alone," in a way it had never been sung before. Mohamed Salah was seen crying on the pitch, while Virgil van Dijk raised Jota's jersey to the sky. Wolves, his former club, posthumously inducted him into their Hall of Fame. Even beyond football, the tributes poured in. Chelsea donated to his family fund, and Liverpool pledged the remainder of his contract to support his wife and children, promising to fund their education. A permanent memorial shrine now stands near Anfield, where fans, teammates, and his widow Rute come to lay flowers, jerseys, and scarves in his honor. Diogo Jota's story is a reminder that life is as fragile as it is beautiful. He lived with passion, he played with heart, and he loved deeply. From a boy chasing a ball in Gondomar to a man who conquered the Premier League and the Nations League, he proved that dreams can be achieved. And though his life was cut devastatingly short, his legacy will echo forever in stadiums, in songs, and in the hearts of those who watched him play. He was more than a footballer, he was a father, a husband, a brother, a friend. And now, he is an eternal symbol of love, passion, and the fleeting nature of time. Diogo Jota. Forever number 20. Forever one of us. You'll never walk alone. Thanks for watching. Please subscribe now.